Good morning. In reference to the last video, we built one side of the shelf. Call it the front, call it the back, doesn't matter. And now I'm going to weld together the other side. I'm just going to trace this out, so it saved me some time on the only quasi-level area I have in the whole metal shop. The concrete floor, that's right. Now Minnesota, like every state I think in the country, claims Bigfoot as their own. Like here, for example, up in Reamer, Minnesota, they got like the home of Bigfoot, where there's a museum and they sell hoodies and cool hats and crap like that. So I'm claiming Sasquatch as Minnesota's own. And like I said, our truck camper has that theme, and so this shelf is going to have that theme, and it's also going to match the other two boxes I have in the house. And that's how I'm measuring it. I'm just basically going to trace out the one I did in the last video, which is on the bottom, and exactly duplicate the other side by using these magnets and basically tracing out the first one with the second one, so we can have maximum accuracy. Yeah, buddy. Can't get any squarer than that. We're going to start off with 14.5 volts, 143 IPM. Let's get some light, some cheater lights. Very strong wind advisory. It's like 25, 35 mile an hour winds out there right now, so we're gonna have to stay closed up in here. It's a good thing I got me a X-Tractor mini fume extractor from Lincoln Electric, right? Now, we didn't have to exactly grind these perfectly because we're gonna weld pieces to the area that we ground. The welds that we ground out, we're gonna add cross pieces to it, so I kind of just gave it the quick over just to get them level. So we should have perfect, exact pieces of frame here, and we do. Just right. And that's what we want to see. So now what, Jesse? I'll show you now what. This will be the front. This will be the back. This will be the side. This will be the other side. Now, because the area in my living room, in my living space, my redneck hobbit hole, I only have 3 feet to work with, and that's what we got. That's the reason I made it 3 feet. So we can store lots of cool junk on this once we get it done. Now we don't want to go, I don't think more than a couple of feet, something like that wide, like I said, because we don't have much room to work with. Let's figure it out. Okay, I went into the area I'm going to put this in. And we only got like a foot width that we can do. So that's what we're going to do, 1 foot wide. It's better than nothing, right? Heck yeah. Okay, we got the cross pieces cut out, and they're different thicknesses too, which is a pain in the ass. So we'll just have to keep adjusting the Miller-Matic to compensate for that. But it's worth it. What I usually say, making something out of nothing. Heck yeah! Okay, I'm gonna attack it. I'm calling that pretty square. Actually, really square. And that's pretty much the dimensions of how it's gonna look, which is badass. Man, I love these magnets. Now here's where these Harbor Freight clamps come in real handy, because you'll never get one of these carpenter's clamps here for woodwork. and metalwork, I guess. But you can never get them as tight as you can these, ever. So when you need something to hold a really tight fit, like I do the bottom rung of this shelf, then I always go to these types of clamps. If I have them that are long enough, which these do apply. Okay, I think it's tacked pretty good. I think it's time to weld her up. We have a basic frame, nice and level, nice and square. Yeah, buddy. You can't get any squarer than that. So, very carefully, I'm just going to roll this around and weld it. Guess I'll start with the top. It's already this way, right? We're going to set up our fume extractor for this. And we're going to have grind welds and show welds. So I got to be cognizant of which is which while I'm doing this. And it ain't easy for an old guy, right? Right. Alright guys, we got the skeleton finished. Well, roughed in, at least roughed in. That Sasquatch theme will probably happen on the next exciting video, on part 3. So yeah, you knew it was going to take more than 2 videos to finish this. We might finish this one on the 3rd instead of the 9th, like, the last thing we did. But it's coming out good. I'm pretty pleased with it. Yeah, this is never gonna fall apart, ever. Never in the history of all mankind, this will never fall apart. Unless, someone takes a Kubota 75-2 track loader and smashes it. Aside from that, though, we're going to start to put the finishing touches on it and make it into our Sasquatch theme, which I don't know. Candy hates that theme. She hated it when I started putting it on the Kodiak. Well, not necessarily hated it. I guess you could live with or without it, let's just say. She's not like, oh yeah, that's a great theme. Oh, I think it is, though. I like the Bigfoot. You know, from Reamer, Minnesota. The Bigfoot from Reamer. So I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless you all. Heck yeah! And don't forget, the more rustic you want it to look, the more mistakes that you can hide. Yeah, buddy. Not that there's any to hide on this one, though.